The Mongols were considered unstoppable, until one battle rewrote history. In the mid-13th century, the Mongol Empire had swept across Asia like a storm, flattening entire civilizations. No army had resisted them successfully. Cities fell. Empires crumbled. People believed the Mongols were invincible, destined to dominate the world. But in 1260, a small Mamluk force in the Middle East did the unthinkable. At a place called Ain Jalut, the tide turned. This was more than just a battle. It was a historic shockwave. For the first time ever, the Mongols tasted defeat, and the world realized they weren't gods of war after all. By 1258, the Mongols had sacked Baghdad, the jewel of the Islamic world, killing the last Abbasid caliph. Their commander, Hulagu Khan, continued westward, threatening the very heart of the Muslim world, Syria and Egypt. Panic spread among the remaining Islamic territories. No army had survived a direct Mongol assault. But the Mamluks of Egypt, a military caste of enslaved warriors, refused to surrender. Their new Sultan, Qutuz, saw an opportunity to stop the storm. When Hulagu withdrew part of his army due to the Great Khan's death, Qutuz moved quickly. A bold, risky counterstrike was set in motion. The Mongol general Kitbuka was left in Syria with a strong garrison, confident in their fearsome reputation. But the Mamluks, seasoned warriors who had once been slaves, were not like other armies. They were trained to fight, live, and die in battle. Qutuz joined forces with the legendary Mamluk general Baybars, and together they devised a daring ambush. Rather than wait to be crushed, they marched into Mongol-occupied territory. It was a dangerous gamble, but it was also the only way to change the narrative of defeat that had gripped the Muslim world. The battlefield was chosen carefully, Ain Jalut, in the Jezreel Valley of modern-day Israel. The Mamluks used the terrain to their advantage, hiding their cavalry in nearby hills. On September 3, 1260, the Mongols rode confidently into battle. Baybars led the initial attack, then faked a retreat, one of the Mongols' own favorite tactics. Kitbuka, believing victory was near, charged after them. That's when the trap was sprung. Mamluk reinforcements surged in from the hills surrounding the Mongols. Shock and chaos rippled through the enemy lines. This wasn't just strategy, it was poetic justice. What followed was brutal close-quarters combat, and for once, the Mongols were on the back foot. Kitbuka refused to retreat. He fought with legendary defiance until he was captured and executed. The Mongol army, stunned by the trap and outmaneuvered, collapsed under pressure. The Mamluk victory wasn't just a military success, it was psychological. The world's most feared army had been defeated, not by a massive empire, but by a disciplined force with everything to lose. The aftermath was monumental. The Mongols never again pushed farther into Egypt or North Africa. Muslim lands, once paralyzed by fear, found hope and defiance. The Mamluks were now seen as the defenders of Islam, earning prestige across the Muslim world. Their victory protected key cities like Cairo and Mecca from destruction. But the win also created a new power balance. It preserved Islamic scholarship and infrastructure that would have vanished under Mongol fire. Historically, Ain Jalut proved something deeper. No empire is eternal, no army invincible. It marked the beginning of the Mongols' gradual fragmentation. While they would remain powerful, their fearsome momentum was forever broken. The Mamluks showed that resilience, leadership, and clever tactics could overcome brute force. The battle inspired revolts, resistance, and new coalitions. Even Christian Europe, long fearful of Mongol expansion, breathed easier. The balance of global power had shifted in a single day of brilliant military execution. Today, Ain Jalut is more than a line in military textbooks. It's a symbol of resistance, courage, and strategic brilliance. The Mamluks, once slaves, stood against the most feared conquerors of their time and emerged victorious. Their victory shaped the political map of the Middle East for centuries. Ain Jalut reminds us that history isn't written by power alone. It's shaped by those brave enough to challenge it. And sometimes, one battle is all it takes to change the course of the world.